In this video, we're going to be covering the 5 sections of tabla playing that you must include in each of your practice sessions. But before we get into that, you can now become a member of this channel and join our weekly practice sessions. And also, if you'd like to join an online tabla community and connect with members all around the world, click the link in the description and join our Discord. Now, the first section of tabla that I consider very important is 2-finger terikete. So here's an example of a 2-finger terikete rela. Din terikete taka na, din terikete taka dinnaga na terikete taka. So this is something that I've covered before, and this video isn't really intended to give anything new when it comes to bowls, but it's intended to really organize the different sections of bowls that you should practice in all of your sessions. So here's a demonstration of this. So relatively simple, but very effective when it comes to working out your 2-finger terikete. Now, when it comes to practicing this section, you shouldn't practice this one in particular. In fact, you should practice one that you really like. It could be row, it could be dha tete ghere naga dhine taga, but as long as it has 2-finger terikete in it, it is definitely worthwhile to practice. Let's now get into the next section. Now, this one is full hand terikete. So it goes dha terikete taka terikete dha terikete taka terikete din nagen na dati dhaga din nagen dati dhaga din nagen na. So this is one that I believe we covered in Ekdal previously, not this exact Dintal version, but it's basically the same. And it's very important to practice this one because, as I said in a previous video, without practice of full hand terikete and just 2-finger terikete, your hand doesn't really get the balance that it could have. Also, you'll want to include these bowls in any of the sections that you practice. The dhati dhaga dhinnaghena. This is something that you'll see come up in Peshkar. It'll come up in other kaidas, and you'll want to be able to play it easily. So here's a demonstration of this one. Now, the next section. So this is a very important section of tabla playing, dhenegene and nanagene, basically working on the ne bowl. So this one goes dhati gene dhenegene taka taka dhenegene tik dhenegene dhene nanagene dhenegene. So it doesn't have to be just this one. You could practice dhati gene dhene dhati gene dhene dhati gene. Another thing I would recommend is don't practice for any of these sections the same thing every day, because that will get boring for you, and over time your mind will tune it out. So let me now demonstrate this one. So very important to practice this section. Now let's go to the next section. So this section is all about working on the baya. This one goes dhati ghete 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 dhati ghete ghete ghete. Very simple, but it doesn't just have to be this one. It could be dhagite rekete ghegete rekete dhene gene or ghegete ghegete ghene dhene nana gene. Something that works on the baya and has something to do with a 2-finger tete in it as well. It'll really build your hand, and I like starting with something like this because it also warms up the baya as well. So let me now demonstrate this. So pretty simple, but don't underestimate this because just a few minutes of this in the right speed and your hand will be exhausted. Now let's get to the final section to practice in each of your sessions. And I'm sure many of y'all could guess what this is. It's dhere dhere. So, dhere dhere is said to be the first bowl that when you stop practicing tabla completely, you lose command over. So you definitely want to include it in all of your sessions. Now, when I say to include this in each of your practice sessions, I've actually tried it out and tried to do, let's say, Monday through Friday, each of these sections for an hour. And I found that practicing them every day has gotten me better results than maybe doing them just once a week. So that's my experiment to this. You should definitely also try and see what works best. So this one will go nak tere kite ghere dhere dhere kite tak na tere kite tak tunna ghere naga. So as I said for all the previous ones, you can substitute any dhere dhere that you like here. So this one will go like this. So, these are the 5 sections of tabla that I consider extremely important to practice. I also practice these regularly so that when any of you all send me a request, my hand is developed and I can play whatever the request is with proficiency. So, I've been demonstrating these various sections of practice this entire time that I've been uploading. Another thing you can do to also take this to the next level is practice them in different tals. Practice converting some of these kaidas and relas into rupak, jap tal, maybe ek tal as well. Teen tal every day will not give your mind the mental workout that it really needs. And those are 5 sections I recommend to practice. Thank you.